Hello everyone, welcome to my new channel, Learn Thai Chiang Mai or Learn Thai CM. I plan on doing a series of videos showing basic Thai speaking for people who may want to order up a meal, learn to count, social pleasantries, hello, thank you, goodbye, etc. I'll also be showing you a few places of interest around Chiang Mai, and we also plan giving my wife some airtime, and she'll be talking on culture, some do's and don'ts. Arriving in Thailand some 8 years ago now, I understand how daunting it can be as a first-time traveller to Asia. So we're going to do these videos, hopefully make them interesting and informative for you all. So on with the first lesson. I think it's important to learn to count, and it's a good way to get your ears and your tongue around the language. So I'll count 1 through to 10 and see how we go. Nung, Song, Sam, Si, Ha, Hok, Jet, Bag, Cow, Sip. Okay, that's 1 through to 10. Now I'll take you from 10 again through to 20, and the only rule at this stage is that the 1 in Thai, nung, becomes et when you prefix it with 10, 20, 30, 100. So 10 in Thai is sip, 1 on its own is nung, but 11 becomes sip et. So here it goes from 10 to 20, starting with 10. Sip, sip et, sip song, sip sam, sip si, sip ha, sip hok, sip jet, sip bag, sip cow, sip. Okay, so that's 1 through to 20. Just as it was getting easy, 20 throws up a little difference, as in, for example, 30, 40, 50, etc. is the number, the singular number, and you add 10 at the end. So 30 would be Sam, Sip, 3, 10. 40 would be Si, Sip, 4, 10. But with 20, they don't prefix the 2, which would be Song, Sip. That's not correct. The 20 becomes Yisip, or Yip for short. Yisip. One other point of interest is that if you buy something in the north of Thailand, the slang for 20 is sao, but that's only when you buy something. So if you buy something for 25 baht, that would become sao ha. But it's also spoken yisip or yip ha for short. So I'm going to count 20 through to 30. Yisip, Yisip ek, Yisip song, Yisip si, Yisip ha, Yisip hok, Yisip jet, Yisip bag, Yisip cow, Samsip. When you get to 30, everything else follows the same rule, as in you prefix singular number and you add 10 to it, and then you add any other number that becomes relevant. So 67 would be 6, 10, 7, hok, sip, jet. That's the rule. Take you right the way up through to 99. Okay, that takes us up to 99, and the word for 100 is Roy. Roy. And the only little thing that can be confusing is you may hear Roy Dio. Dio means alone, and so that would be 100 alone, or 100 on its own for 100 dead. 101 would be Roy Et, and everything else follows the same rules as I've explained from 1 to 99. So for example, 176 would be Roy, Jet, Sip, Hok. 100, 7, 10, 6, 176, Roy, Jetsit, Hok. So that takes us nicely up to 199. From 199 to 1000 follows the same rules, but we need to forget the rule that I mentioned in the 20s. So 200 would be 200, Song, Roy. So nice example here, maybe 222, Song, Roy, Yisip, Song. 222, Song, Roy, Yisip, Song. Okay, that takes us up to 1000. There are no special rules for the 1000. It's quite simple. You say the singular number, then the 1000, pan, and then any other numbers afterwards. So 2777 would be Song, pan, Jet, Loy, Jet, Sip, Jet. Okay, on with the bigger numbers. 10,000 isn't spoken 10,000 as it is in the English language, which would translate to Sip, pan. Thais have a special word for 10,000, and that word is mun. Mun. So 12,000 would be mun song pan or mun song. San is 100,000 and lan is million. I doubt if we need to get into the really big numbers here. And if you have any questions, feel free to email me on Facebook, and I'll try and help you enjoy your stay. Thank you. 15 this